guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over what you need to know before you ever look at your first home. As a realtor, one of the most common inquiries that I get is from first-time homebuyers who have no idea where to start the process. So today I wanted to make this video short and easy to understand for anyone who's about to undergo their first house search. What I want everyone to make a note of in this video is that I am not a loan officer. I am a realtor. So while the information I'm giving you is factual to the best of my knowledge, it is important that you discuss everything with a qualified loan officer whose job it is to know these laws and all the requirements and things that you will need to know. If you're a first-time home buyer, odds are you don't have just a couple $100,000 lying around. But if you do, stick around and we'll get to that later. So your first step in the home buying process is choosing a loan officer. As realtors, if we give any recommendations for professional services, loan officers for instance, we're required to give you at least 3 recommendations. We are not allowed to single one specific loan officer out. We must give you options. Now, I have a few loan officers that I like to recommend to people, but if I have a client who's out of the usual area or needs something specific, then I will do some research to try to recommend them a loan officer that better suits them, whether that be for the area that they're in, or the type of loan they need, you know, anything that they request that they need help with specifically that I can help them with. A loan officer is someone whose job it is to determine if you qualify for a loan, how much you qualify for, and how to get you qualified if you don't qualify right now. But not all loan officers are the same. Some specialize in different types of loans, geographic areas, or programs. So it's important to do some research and find the loan officer that fits your situation. Once you've chosen your loan officer, it is time to get down to business. When you meet with the loan officer, some things that they're going to look for are an established line of credit, whether that be statements from your credit card that you've been paying off long-term, or a car payment that you've been paying off and keeping up with. This establishes credit and that you have a history of paying off what you owe. Another thing is they're going to want to see 2 years of work history to show that you have a steady source of income. Another thing is if you're going to put down a down payment on a home, it is important that you already have it in the bank for a few months at least, to show that you do have the money. You cannot just take it and deposit it the day that you go to get pre-qualified. It will not work. So those are 3 things that you need: an established line of credit, at least 2 years of work history, and if you're going to have a down payment, it needs to be in the bank for at least a few months. Okay, you did it. You booked the appointment with the loan officer, you went, you sat down, you talked to them, they went over everything. Congratulations, you've been pre-approved. You're ready to look at home. Say you went to the loan officer and things weren't quite where they needed to be. You didn't get pre-qualified. That's okay. Normally a loan officer will give you homework to do to improve your scores and check back in another period, and hopefully things will be where they need to be and you will get pre-approved. Follow their instructions and contact an agent when you're ready. Let's back up. Now I want to talk to those first-time home buyers who just happen to have a couple $100,000 lying around. This section is for you. You can skip the loan officer process. What will be required from you is called proof of funds. And no, that doesn't mean sending a picture of the cash in your hand to your agent. That does not work. Proof of funds normally comes in the form of a letter from your bank stating that you have the money in your account. Even though your transaction will be listed as a cash transaction, it is really a check transaction. Never bring cash to a closing. That is not how things are done anymore. It is all checks and wire transfers. The way to get your proof of funds letter is to simply go to your bank during normal business hours and ask the teller for a proof of funds letter. They'll print it off for you and then you can show it to your agent, and the agent will be able to inform sellers that you have proof of funds. So why does any of this matter? Well, imagine you're a realtor and your income is dependent on making a sale. And you have a client, and you show this client 15 houses in a month. You drive hundreds of miles, you put in countless hours and resources to find them the perfect house. And when you find it, they say, "Don't write the offer yet. I have to go meet with a loan officer to see if I can afford this place." Even worse, what if they qualify for less money than the house is worth? Or they don't qualify at all? This is why most agents will not even show a house to a buyer who hasn't been pre-approved yet. Additionally, knowing how much you qualify for narrows down our search. Conversely, imagine that you're a seller, and every time someone wants to look at your house, you have to deep clean and vacate the premises for up to 2 hours, with any children and pets that you may have. You're going to want to make sure that you're going through all this effort for serious buyers only. That's why it's important to have a proof of funds or pre-qualification. Many sellers and agents require these things before showings. Key takeaways from this video are that the home buying process is the long game. You need to be thinking in terms of months and years, establishing a line of credit, having 2 years work history, reaching out to a loan officer, getting everything in order before you even go to your first showing. I hope I've been able to instill in you today the importance of knowing how much you qualify for and where the money is coming from. Knowing those two things is crucial for showing agents and sellers that you are serious. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future videos. I'm going to be doing a lot of information about what you need to know before you start your home buying process. Please comment any questions down below, and I'll see you in the next one.